Hi, my name is Jessica Saunders, and I am a gold, almost senior gold ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And I wanted to take just a few minutes to share with you today about my financial testimony with Plexus. I first started the products in December of 2014, and then in January, just a month later, I realized that these were changing my life. And I wanted to hop on board as an ambassador so that I could get the cheapest price possible. Hi, buddy. And so I did that in January. And my very first month, I earned enough to get my products paid for, which was big for me. I had been using another line of supplements, and when I started on Plexus, I stopped the other ones, and I knew that in order to get my husband on board with this financially, I knew I needed to match what I was spending on the other supplements, or spend less on Plexus. Just to not rock the boat and to keep things going smoothly. So the fact that I earned enough to get my products paid for right out of the chute was huge for me and huge for building belief in Plexus. At the time I was teaching full-time, and a couple months in that spring of 2015, I actually also started taking on some hours at our church part-time. And so I was working full-time, I was working part-time, and I was learning the ropes of Plexus. And ever since that first month where I earned enough to cover my products, my paycheck just continued to increase from there, and I was really floored, honestly. I want to highlight a couple of key things here as I'm sharing with you, and the first thing is that I'm not a salesperson at all. I'm a teacher by trade. I've worked in student ministry, doing girls ministry and counseling teenagers, and then I also am an introvert. I'm not outgoing. I shouldn't say not outgoing. I'm social, but I'm not like one to go approach people, and I'm not one to, feel comfortable with like getting outside of my comfort zone socially. And so I want you to know that I don't have any special skills that make me a great salesperson or anything like that. And I think that's one of the keys to being successful in network marketing is that you don't need like sales experience. In fact, sometimes that can hinder your journey with network marketing, because it can come across as fake. Anyway, I don't have sales experience, and I was working full-time and doing Plexus really just in the nooks and crannies here and there, and I was making enough to get my products paid for straight out of the chute, so that was huge for me. But then also, I want you to know that only a few months in, so it was like April of 2015, I was making enough that my husband and I could see the value in this and see the potential, and I decided not to renew my teaching contract for the next year. We wanted me to be able to stay home with our child, which you can hear in the background, and we weren't even pregnant yet. We didn't even have any kids, but we saw the potential, saw the promise with Plexus, and saw the generosity of the compensation plan, and that was enough to say, okay, yeah, let's try this, let's see what happens, and I'm going to work at it, and we're just going to, step out in faith and believe that, God's going to provide, but that God's going to specifically provide through Plexus. And so then June of 2015, I went silver, just really a month into really working Plexus. Up until that point, I'd just been working into the nooks and crannies and kind of being a little bit passive about things. And so June, then that's when things started to take off, and I started to really see my team start growing, and obviously my paycheck just increased from there. And so I want you to know that, like I said, I don't have any sales experience or sales or marketing skills, but I've also been learning along the way. So three things that I want you to understand from my financial testimony. One, I don't have like the business background or the marketing or sales skills. Two, I was making money that was really honestly life-changing for us early on while I was working other jobs. I wasn't just staying at home twiddling my thumbs and filling all my extra time with Plexus. I didn't have extra time. I was really working it in wherever I could, listening to training calls and stuff as I drove to work, and giving up a TV show at night to, send some messages or follow up, that kind of thing. I wasn't just setting aside chunks of time to devote to it, but I was still making money. That's how generous this compensation plan is. And then the third thing that I want you to understand from my financial testimony too is that this compensation plan is so generous. I didn't really understand going in exactly what I was getting into, and that's one of the strengths, I think, of Plexus, is that, not that you don't understand it, but that you don't have to know everything to be fruitful and to be successful, and I'm definitely a product of that. I have been, hi, are you just talking? Talking. I'm a product of the earn while you learn slogan. So as I started earning money, I was also learning about the products, about the company, about the compensation plan, and that was huge for me. I felt like I had a lot of support from my upline and from my sidelines, and so I felt confident in jumping in and just starting to learn while I was earning money, while I was building my network. So that was huge. So at this point, like I mentioned in the beginning, I am a gold ambassador on my way to senior gold, and I officially, when I went gold a couple of months ago, I officially was making in that paycheck what I had been making at my teaching job a year and a half ago. And so that's been huge for our family. It's been so freeing. Whenever I decided not to renew my teaching contract, like I said, we stepped out in faith. We didn't even have any kids yet. We didn't even have any on the way. And then very soon we found out we were expecting. And so obviously the timing worked out perfectly, but I love being able to stay home with our son, and I love being able to be flexible. I have so much more freedom in going to lunch with people, or serving at our church, working. I still work my church job a little bit, but I'm actually handing that over to someone else too, because I'm ready to go even farther in with Plexus, and it's providing that wealth for our family too. And so I love the freedom. I love that I can work from anywhere. I don't just have to work from home. I can go, in a couple of months we're going to the beach. I can work on my vacation. All I really need is my phone and maybe Post-it notes so I don't forget things or whatever. But that's it. It's so simple, and it's been such a blessing to our family. Hi, buddy. That I can contribute, but I can also be home with our son and raise him too. So anyway, I am so excited that you're considering jumping on board with Plexus, and I totally encourage you to just step out in faith and to dive in. Thanks for watching.